Three-Peat Sports. This is episode 10. Feels good to be here for 10 episodes. I, of course, am Aldo with my awesome hosts,
Dustin and Robert.
And we are here today to bring you sports by the fans, for the fans, of course. Today we talk baseball.
That's right.
You know, season's coming down to an end.
Postseason coming up.
Playoff push. People are making their runs.
That's
and
right.
we got a couple of division predictions here today. See how the playoffs are going to look this year. And we'll start with you, Dustin, in the AL. Let's go from division. We'll go East, Central, and West. Then, of course, the wild card. Who do you think is taking each division? And give us a quick explanation.
All right, really quickly, I'll start off with the East. I'm going with the Yankees. The Yankees are a team that's always in it. That ownership, that management, they make sure that they've got a stellar team every single year, as they do this year. It's the team that they've had pretty much over the past couple years. Still have the same great pitchers with CC Sabathia, that whole crew. They're doing good things. Still the same core players. Still got A-Rod, Jeter. They're still doing their thing, even though they're getting older. Add Ichiro, who's giving that consistent batting average as he always has. So I see them taking that. They have I want to say comfortable lead. They have the Orioles creeping up on them and Tampa Bay. But I can see them holding it out because they have that postseason experience. They know what they're doing. They're going to take that. Moving on to the Central. It's a tight race. We got the White Sox and Detroit. I see the White Sox taking it. They have a slight lead over them right now, and they're just playing. They're playing the best in that division from what I've seen. So I see them taking that. Moving over to the AL West, I think that is the most interesting thing in the AL right there, because you have three teams that are all kind of in the race. You have the Texas Rangers, the Oakland A's, and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So of course, gotta add that in.
All right.
So
and then the wild card push. I mean, in the top five, you have the A's, the O's, Detroit, Tampa Bay, and the Angels. Who do you think are the top two teams making it?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I do see Texas, who's currently leading. I see them taking the AL West. But as far as the two wild card teams, I'm taking the Orioles because they've had a surprising year.
They have.
And they have a lot of young players, and I see them just continuing doing what they're doing and making it. The Angels, they're 7 games out of the West, but that's just for the lead. They're pretty close to the wild card spot, and they have a lot of players. They did a lot before the trade deadline. I see them getting that final AL wild card spot.
All right.
What about you guys?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with actually everything you said.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, no. The AL West, definitely with the wild card. I think the AL West will take that in the wild card push with the Angels. The Angels coming out. The AL West looks really strong for me. I think Texas and the Angels will make that push into the playoffs pretty strong. And that rivalry between the two is going to be good for the playoffs.
Definitely, yep. And as far as this, I pretty much agree with everything you guys both said. Some debates in the Central, but not too much. I do see the Yankees taking the East, of course, as they always do. They're 5 games up. I mean, it's pretty much a done deal. As far as the Central, that race between Chicago, White Sox, and Detroit is going to come down to the wire. Yeah, it is. But in the end, I do see Chicago taking it, and I do give a shout out to my boy, Mr. Olsen. I miss you, man. A Chicago fan. I always used to be a Chicago fan. Not so much anymore. But yeah, I do see them taking the Central. In the West, the Texas Rangers taking the West. But in the wild card, I'm a little there. I see the Detroit Tigers and the Angels getting those 2 wild card spots. Simply because, Detroit has the experience, they have the pitching, they have the hitting, and also something with the Angels, like you were saying, they have the hitting, they made the trade, they did what they needed to do, and that's why I think those 2 guys are taking the wild card. And moving on to the NL, same thing, East, Central, West, wild card. Jack.
Alright, starting off in the NL East, gotta go with the Washington Nationals. They lead that comfortably over Atlanta. Atlanta's still in the mix, but I expect Washington to hold that lead they have and go all the way to the playoffs with it. That was a team that really surprised me this year because, I mean, the Nationals, they've never been good.
No, not since Montreal. Not since Montreal days.
No, not since being in Washington. When have they been good? No. So this is a monument year for them because they're on top. They've been on top pretty much the whole year, and they have surprising guys like that rookie. His name's
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper, that dude is incredible.
Yeah,
great.
Replaced DeRosa.
Yeah, exactly. But inside joke. But Yeah, they have pitcher Strasburg. They've got other pitchers that are doing really good. Moving on to the Central, I see Cincy holding their lead. They have phenomenal pitchers, great hitters. They got that guy Jay Bruce, good infielders. They're doing their thing right now. I see them holding that. But I do see Pittsburgh, who's also in the division. I see them. They're a really young team, a lot of talent there. I see them taking the wild card spot. And the other wild card spot I see being taken by San Francisco. I see the Dodgers winning the NL West race because that's just it's so even. It's going back and forth. San Francisco and the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers did more before the trade deadline. I see them taking that division. The last time they played, which was about a week and a half ago, they swept the Giants in San Francisco. I think that was a statement right there saying this is our division to take. They're only one game back, and they've been playing good lately. I see them taking it.
All right, what about you, Robert? Make it quick here.
All right. Yeah, I think the NL East. I agree with him in Washington, definitely. In the Central, I agree again with Cincy. I actually agree on everything. The Dodgers will take the West, definitely. The Giants will make that wild card, and they will make their way down far into the postseason by surprise. That's going to be a surprising team in the playoffs, I think, only because coming off of a year where Lincecum isn't doing so well and he's starting to pick it up. He'll pick it up towards the end of the year with playoffs and Barry Zito and all those other guys. The pitching will actually be better, and it'll be a surprise in the playoffs, I think. That's what.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with everything. This is actually one of the few episodes we actually agree on everything. Washington in the East, Cincy in the Central. West, the Dodgers are going to go over San Francisco. However, in the wild card, I see Atlanta taking one of the spots.
Okay.
Simply because, they've been doing really well. They're only 4 games back in the East from Washington.
Yeah.
Number 1 in the wild card race so far. And I see, Pittsburgh taking the 2nd spot.
Okay.
They're a young team.
Okay.
They have the motivation. Pittsburgh hasn't been good since Clemente. I mean, when was the last time we saw
it's been a while.
The Pirates making it, and I think they want to prove it this year that
That's
they can.
a surprise team.
Yeah,
really?
that they can do it. So I think so. It's going to go to ATL and Pittsburgh. It's going to be a close one, but that's my predictions now. And leave us yours, guys, in the comments down below.
Yeah.
And that's it for today's episode. For Dustin and Rob, I am Aldo for 3Pete Sports. Football to subscribe, this helmet to watch our previous episode, and this helmet to watch the episode.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Like
us on Facebook. Like this video.
And we'll see you guys in episode 11.
Yeah.
And have a good one, guys.
See ya.